suppression, the use of marijuana.
We'll be fine.
Everything is fine.
You have no
This
idea.
is a professional podcast for professional people.
Professionals.
Sam said to me the other day, I was asking something about, we have in-store announcements now. We got our friend Chris to record in-store announcements, which is very cute. And
It is quite
But
adorable.
I think that the closing announcement needs to be louder. And he was like, well, it's just going to take me some time with like the mixing, you get it. And I was like, no, I don't.
No.
He was like, oh, what, you let Tia do all of that? And I said, yeah.
Yes.
What?
Of course.
What are you asking? Duh.
I understand that at work I am not the most capable person.
No,
but goddamn.
you do great. But I was like, yeah, no, that's 0% me.
We don't even reserve the room.
I do now.
We do now.
Which is fair because
I reserve the room now.
you are probably the most capable when it
I
comes
just
to
think
things.
about it a lot. I think about reserving the room a lot. So I think it would just make me feel
don't.
better if I had access to
Yeah.
doing that.
I'm fully a fuck around
don't
and
do
find out type of person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
we
Be like,
know.
I'd just show up and then the room would be busy,
I'm
like it has
actually-
been for us in the past.
That stresses me
I'm
out.
actually so glad that you read this book because it was
Oh.
definitely
Oh my
one of
God.
those motherfucking
you
endings.
guys,
No.
I read the book.
He did. And we
whole
wouldn't have
thing.
been able to have as
Hey.
insane of a conversation if we all hadn't read the book.
I kept
so
thinking
good job.
of that intro to the last book that we read that was like,
Yep.
there's a twist at the end, but no, there's not, but there could be. And I was like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
What book was that?
the book corner.
bookshop on the
Without
corner.
book corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
The intro where she was like, haha, that's what I would say if there was a twist, but
Yes.
is there?
And I just imagine
And there wasn't.
Augustina Bethsterica being like,
Ha.
fuck all of you.
Yeah. This was something.
It was.
It did go the way that I thought it was going to go until
Yeah.
it didn't.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
There was a point.
I knew where we were going.
But you read a lot of weird shit.
That's true.
You have
Like
those
I fully
thriller
expected when it ended, I fully expected there to be like another hour and a half of the book left.
Oh,
And
things. Stop.
then the thing
Wild.
happened. And
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
we got to 8 minutes and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well,
Yeah.
everything's awful. And then they did exactly what I hated about everything.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, hi.
Hi.
I'm Tia.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Ryan.
And we're the ADHD queens or
We
something
are.
like that.
Ooh, I think that might have been the best that we've done that
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a long
Yeah,
time.
actually,
anyway.
that's true.
It's like we didn't even try and it worked.
Good for
Hell
us.
Yeah.
What?
I had my shocked face on and you couldn't see that. So,
Imagine Shock Pikachu.
yeah. 100%
Literally, I
accurate.
sent that to the group chat
Yeah.
Yeah.
about the book.
Uh,
Yep.
Not about us doing the intro well, but about the book.
No. Yeah.
This one's painful.
This one was probably the hardest one that we have done. I don't know that there has been one that hit me harder. And I will say there have been other ones that were very deep and meaningful,
Mm-hmm.
but this was full horror, like every moment.
Yeah, it didn't stop.
It didn't stop.
It just kept talking.
And it was short. It wasn't even that
talking.
long. It was like a 6-hour audiobook. Less than that, I think.
It was short, yeah.
It was not
yeah,
a long.
because when I listened
but
to it, it was like 4. So,
yeah. It was.
Because you do the double or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do 1.25.
Most of it this time I was at 1.5, but there was a while where it was 1.8 because the narrator did talk pretty slow.
Yeah.
So
I think that was very on purpose,
yeah,
intentional.
Just drag it out.
Let's make you as uncomfortable as possible and make
Yeah.
this as chill as possible. But in reality,
Yeah. Let's get into it.
okay.
What book did we read? That's the official beginning. That's how you
It
have to
is-
start the name of the book.
Really, it is. So this is Tender is the Flesh by Augustina Besserica. and it is for Argentina.
Yes, it is.
And yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about Argentina or the context or?
So
I got the plot summary. Don't you worry.
Oh, you're not ready for that plot if you hadn't read this book. Okay, so Argentina, I did not know a whole lot about. I know someone from Argentina. I know what their flag looks like. That's about all I got.
Cool.
But they kept talking about yerba mate like a lot, like every couple minutes. And I was like, it must be something that they drink a lot of or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just something they're trying to push really hard.
Yeah.
And I found out that Argentina and Brazil have like constantly been going back and forth about being the largest producer, to the point where like every other article was telling me that the other one was the largest producer.
Oh, gotcha.
Because like every other year it like changes. It's a weird thing. But they also are the largest consumers, both respectively too.
Sure.
Because they don't export it. It's like 5% exports.
Oh, okay.
So it's like,
so they just keep it in house.
They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's ours.
What is it?
It is like a tea. It's like an herbal tea.
Okay.
Right now it's hitting all of the health craze people because they're like discovering it. And I was like, you mean colonizing it?
Yes.
So it's essentially like coffee, but like better for you.
Okay.
It gives you more of a euphoric feeling instead of the jittery vibes that come with coffee.
Okay.
But it still gives you like the antioxidants and some nutrients and other things that are supposed to be really good for you and help with like reducing certain things.
Neat.
I learned about it recently because Victor learned about it, and when they learn about a health craze, I know that there's some information I need to look up.
Word.
And so he actually drinks it. He has the little thing.
Oh, really?
So
that's cute.
Yerba mate is something like drink from a gourd, or it translates something like that.
Okay.
It's because it's traditionally served in this like cup that's like made from a gourd.
Oh, okay.
And then you put the little leaves in there and the hot water, and they have this little fancy metal straw that's called a bombilla, and you drink through that straw.
Okay.
And then it's a communal experience, so you actually all share.
Oh, okay.
So no COVID times.
Yeah, sure.
We're good for this, but it's so like where
we have
coffee, we all get our
now.
own drink.
Mm-hmm.
You all kind of hang out together and then
Interesting.
share
Pass the
it.
mate around.
Yeah, so it gives
Okay.
off the like puff pass option.
Right, yeah.
Going on.
I've seen on TikTok, and I don't know if you know or if this is something different or what, but there's a drink that kind of like, it's in a cup like that, and there's kind of like a brick of the tea substance, and then you pour the hot water in, and it kind of pulls, so then you put more hot, so you can keep refilling it, and new tea comes off of this brick.
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay.
This is
that might
news
be
to
something
me.
different.
I wonder if it's related or just also like a tea thing that's coming, because I hate the bags on tea.
Yeah.
This one is loose leaf, like 100%.
Nice.
That's why. So the straw is like kind of like what you would imagine a tea infuser, but you drink from that. So instead of filtering it inside of that, you just drink the liquid and it filters into the straw.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Oh,
So you just like, when instead of cleaning the filter, the thingy,
Right.
whatever it's called, you clean the cup with the leaves.
Huh.
Which I feel like to some degree is a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But, you know,
That's
the
fascinating.
British do it one way.
And then there's a right
And
way.
then there's another. Yeah.
Sorry, British.
They hate us. They don't like our tea making skills because we microwave our tea.
No. Who microwaves their tea?
Standard Americans.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No.
At least, just get a kettle. That's all
Just
I
get a
ask.
kettle.
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I learned that it can potentially help with cholesterol, weight loss, swelling, inflammation, and potentially cancer risk. But
Okay.
there are other studies that show that other types of cancer might happen
Sure.
because duh, it's just everything.
It's a thing.
Yeah, and
so.
also they do all those tests on rats, and rats get cancer from literally
Yeah.
everything.
So, yeah.
Which, whatever, I'm going to die from my phone anyway, so.
Yeah. Cheers.
Our
So,
brains are microwaved from the 5G.
speaking of microwave brains, we should probably tell the
Word.
plot.
Okay. let's get into it.
We're getting into it.
So as we said, the setting is Argentina. This takes place in a dystopian future where a virus has infected animals, a virus that is deadly to humans. So the world basically just like kills all the animals. We can't eat them, and we don't have them as pets. They aren't around. People have like robot pets or game pets and
like
stuff.
VR situation.
Yeah, VR animals, because real animals don't exist. So now you either have to be vegan or you have to be a cannibal. Those are the options.
Yeah.
Because cannibalism is legal. And we now have like a trade of human meat. We call it special meat.
They're domesticated.
Yep. Heads. They call them heads.
Yeah.
Hated that.
A head of cattle.
Yep.
That's a choice.
This is taking place. It is within living memory that this happened, and our main character Marcos was like on the ground floor of like he was working as like the inspector basically.
Yeah,
he helped write the laws.
He helped write the laws
and, like, the
about
regulations
this
on how to
so he was
really
involved with
crazy
it
people.
like from the get-go basically. And so this
because
is
his dad was a butcher, right?
his dad was a butcher. Yeah.
So he is like, well, I know how to butcher animals.
Yeah. So he like is involved. He like, helped regulate this, right? And it's many years after that, but it's still again living memory. So like children now never knew a world that had animals in it, but adults lived in that world and were there for what they call the transition, which is when we fuck everything up. So Marcos works at a slaughterhouse right now. He's like a middleman, and he is emotionally fucked up. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He and his wife tried to get pregnant for so very long. They had to do IVF. They paid a lot of money, and they finally had a baby, and then the baby died in infancy.
Probably some SID stuff.
Yeah, like
it sounded like
no, it was like nothing. It was just like baby died.
Yep.
And so his wife is also hello.
Sorry, go on.
Okay. So his wife is also super fucked up. She's staying with her mother in order to kind of emotionally recuperate. Marcos is having a very transactional affair with a butcher woman in town. He just kind of shows up, they have sex, he leaves.
Yeah.
And then he also sometimes does business with her as well.
That's accurate.
But he also, his other, main member of the family is his dad, who has dementia and is in a nursing home right now. And he basically, even though he is a vegan, he does not eat meat. He tells everybody that it's because, my doctor told me that I can't eat meat anymore because of my heart health or whatever, which is total bullshit. He just like can't eat. He can't do it.
Because,
which fair enough. So he is, but he works in the slaughterhouse because he wants to pay for a nice nursing home. He wants to pay for a nice nursing home for his father, because his
sister doesn't do shit.
His sister doesn't do a single damn thing. His sister is always like, we're so poor. It's so far away. I can't go see dad. Blah, blah. So she doesn't help pay for it. She doesn't go visit the dad. He is very connected with his dad. His dad seems like a very good guy. And he taught him a lot. And so he is like, I care about this a lot. So he is going through it. So
that is the stage.
that is the stage set for you for where Marcos is. At the beginning of the book, a client drops off a breeding female head as a gift to Marcos. And Marcos is like, I am not a breeder. I don't know. I don't have anything to do with this. He's just like, it's going to be super annoying to either sell her off or, slaughter her or whatever. So he doesn't really deal with it in the first day or so. But then eventually he's again going through it emotionally, and he's laying outside, and he wakes up and she's kind of snuggled up close to him, and then he has sex with her. And by has sex with her, as you could probably tell, is rape, because she cannot consent. Oh, that's the other thing. The heads have had their tongues cut out, so they cannot speak. Their whole vocal cords are gone, so they cannot speak. And also, she is not really she is not a person who was around in the normal times. Yeah. She seems to be young enough that she was bred for this.
Yeah. First generation pure.
There you go. First generation pure. FGP.
She's 20 because he says that there's 20 of the brands on her.
Oh, that's right.
And
for every year.
They brand them once a year.
Once a year. So she's young, and she was bred for this purpose. So
God, that makes it so much worse.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So not only is this morally questionable, this is also highly illegal. One of the rules that he himself helped write is that it is illegal to copulate with the heads.
The word is enjoy.
Enjoy. Oh, yes. So sorry. Ugh. It is illegal to enjoy the heads. Yikes. So he names her Jasmine because she smells like jasmines, I guess. And very quickly she becomes pregnant, which is not something he can hide. So he is very lucky because the inspector people, like the guy who is at the top of the inspector chain, is an old friend of his. They used to be like low-level inspectors together. And once he found out that there was a breeding female there, he told all of his inspector people, you just have to get a signature. You don't have to go in and actually...
I know him. He helped me write the laws.
Yeah, so he's good. You just need to sign off that you went and visited him. So he is super lucky for the most part because she becomes very obviously pregnant and no one checks in on that. And then he gets like one guy who is like,
he's fresh meat.
Yeah, he's new. And
sorry.
Yeah, that was rough. He's very new, so he is more about the rules, and he like really pushes to actually go inspect. But then he gets a call from like the guy. And he's like, no, we're fine. But Marcos is like, oh, this is going to be a problem next time he comes back. So while all of this is happening, we see the full slaughterhouse. So we like go through it. He
step
is
step by
excruciating step. He is like they're doing like interviews. They're trying to fill a position, and he gives an interview, or, he like gives a tour to these two guys who are interviewing. And so we get to go along the tour, and we see every single step. And it is a lot. I had to pause after that for a while. We also learn about a church who has been invented. Who like,
because that just happens to happen.
Whose like entire goal in life is to feed humans. That's it. So the government has like made basically like an agreement with them that slaughterhouses have to accept them. Like they don't want to, because that's not the way to make good meat.
Yeah. Like you're not supposed to eat a person with a first and last name.
Yeah, that is a rule. Thing. Yeah, you're not supposed to eat a person with a first and last name.
Unless you're like elite, and then you
can eat whoever.
Oh, yeah, you can hunt people. There are people
It's always whoever's the wealthiest gets to do whatever they want.
Yep.
Correct. So, but yeah, this church comes in, and, one time, the day that he found out that Jasmine was pregnant, he was a little distracted. So he just like took this girl. She was like 20 years old, and she had been picked as the sacrifice. And she was like, I want to die and be given to humans. But he like didn't do it very well, and like walked her through the whole damn place. And so she saw people being skinned, and she saw all this shit, and she was like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. And then they knocked her out, and they did it anyway, because even though she was trying to run away, because they were like, well, her people already left. Might as well.
Sign the paperwork.
Yep. So anytime that they do that, like the meat is not good enough to like actually sell from their slaughterhouse, because it hasn't really been kept properly. So they just give it to scavengers who just are outside. And
God.
the way, and like, I don't know, maybe I just like missed the description. I thought that the scavengers were animals.
No.
Like birds. Yeah.
No.
I thought that they were, because they just said scavengers. That was just like, oh, well, it's not like fit for human consumption, so we'll toss it to the scavengers. So I thought this is maybe just
Gotcha.
scavengers that just, no, scavengers are people that we just don't view as human
Because they're too poor.
because they're too poor.
Yeah.
So
It's
one
essentially
day,
like an unhoused population.
literally,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah,
like a
that,
homeless
like,
population who
Can't afford to eat.
can't afford to eat.
and so they just like throw the meat out there. And
Yep. And so that's all that they can eat. And, one day they like break in and
they like
steal.
take a truck,
Yeah, they steal part of a truck.
flip it or something.
Yeah.
kill
And
the driver.
yep.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. So then end of the book, Jasmine goes into labor. Marcos's dad has died. He spread his ashes at the zoo, which doesn't exist anymore.
'Cause it doesn't have a
It's
name.
run down because obviously we don't have animals anymore.
Yeah.
He spreads the ashes in the aviary because
Yeah.
his dad wanted to fly.
Yeah.
Like Icarus. That's a big theme.
Oh yeah, we talk about Icarus a lot.
It's got some interesting stuff in it.
Yeah.
Aside from the cannibalism.
Yeah.
Which is
So-
definitely the main part.
The very end of the book, Jasmine goes into labor, and like it looks bloody and green
Yeah.
coming out of her,
it's- yeah.
and he's like, I know that this is bad. So he calls his wife, who again is estranged. Her name's Cecilia. He calls Cecilia up and is like, come to the house. You have to come right now. Don't ask questions. So she shows up and she walks in and he's like, hi, look at the head. She's pregnant. And she is like heinously disgusted. She's like, what? For so many reasons.
Yeah.
But then he's like, there's something wrong with the baby. I don't know if the baby's going to make it. And she immediately jumps into action. She's just like, go, go, go.
Because she's a nurse.
Because she's a nurse. And so she successfully births the baby. And then Marcos knocks Jasmine out and brings her to the barn to be slaughtered. And Cecilia is like, oh my God, why would you do that? She could make more babies for us. Which, number one, what a terrible reason to object to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he says she had the human look of a domesticated animal. And that's the end of the book. So his whole purpose with Jasmine was to get her pregnant and to replace the baby that they lost. And that's what we do. Yeah. That's how we end.
Yeah.
Definitely, I could okay, well, first impressions. You sent the surprise Pikachu within like minutes.
Oh yeah. The text that I sent said 43 seconds into the book. It says he's talking a bit and then he's like, and then I go about my day slaughtering humans.
Mm-hmm.
And Tia did ask us if we were chill with cannibalism.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I was like, so cannibalism or whatever the other one option was.
And
Same author though.
I remember Tia asking that question, but I didn't remember what the question was. And so I remember Tia being like, oh, are you like chill with this? And I was like, yeah, great. But I was like, so then immediately I was like, oh,
That's where we're going.
Yeah.
this is what I said was okay.
So here's the thing. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. I remember you saying, is it okay if there's cannibalism? And what I was thinking about was last October's episode where there was
that one story.
There was one small story which was creepy and was about cannibalism, but it was like,
a smidge of a thing.
yeah. I didn't think that we were going to get into a meat processing plant.
Oh, I didn't know what
You
was
know?
going on with this yet. So
There's some cannibalism, and what this was is just a little different.
yeah.
Immediately I was like, oh, what? Yeah, because you don't really expect to see the industrialization of cannibalism so quickly.
Yeah, you think like, okay, like the Donner Pass.
Yeah.
Or like the people who lived in the mountain range in the soccer team.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was cannibalism there.
It's just like
but anyway, like survival.
You
like,
expect us
to survive.
Yeah, you expect us to get to cannibalism, you know? Like eventually.
It's not just like right off the bat.
Immediately,
and all the way through.
it's like, hey, we eat humans.
And I kill them for my job.
And I kill them and I get paid for it. So that was a lot. And
yeah.
I was explaining this to Drake, and I was already kind of like, and he was like, is the virus even real? And I was like, I don't even know that it is. And then it brought it up multiple times
in the book, yeah.
where they're like, is the virus, the government wants to, control over population. So
my second text that I sent to the group chat about this book was just a text to myself, actually, that said umbrella conspiracy. And this is a great time to bring up the umbrella conspiracy.
Oh, no, 100%.
Because the government says, oh, mosquitoes who can like suck the blood out of animals and then suck the blood out of you can't spread the virus, but a bird shitting on you will kill you.
Yep.
So people go around in the city carrying umbrellas.
Everyone has an umbrella.
And like if you don't live in the city, you don't, apparently, because our main guy didn't. But like the whole time anytime he was like around his sister, she was like, you need an umbrella because you're going to get shit on by a bird and you're going to die. And
then he's like, you don't need a fucking umbrella.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, people will talk. And it's like, it's sort of like a status thing too. It's not even a status thing. It's just sort of like we all buy into this bullshit.
Yeah. And it's like, the birds are going to shit on us and the umbrellas are going to save us. But the government says that mosquitoes are fine.
Yep.
The government says that they're okay, so we don't need protection from mosquitoes.
Right.
But the government hasn't said anything about the bird shitting on us.
Yep.
So we have to carry the umbrellas.
And there's
guy,
like,
he mentioned, he's like, yeah, that was just some guy who works in umbrellas who was like, we got to spread this rumor, so we sell umbrellas. And that's exactly what it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, umbrella conspiracy.
Yep.
So when I was looking for the book, because I knew I wanted to do this author, but I didn't know which book, I only read that there was a virus that killed off all the animals and made meat impossible.
Cool.
So I actually didn't know either. I went into this blind.
I expected
I was trying to get just like some basic information on it, because I always try to link some sort of quote on our website that no one reads.
Word.
And all I kept seeing was, what did I just read?
theadhdqs.gay.
Yeah.
Go visit our website.
It's cool.
theadhdqs.gay.
Or you can just lie to me. Thanks.
Yeah.
Word.
And what was I talking about? The ADHD part.
Yeah. Oh, the line that you post on the website.
Oh, yeah. It just kept like referring to like, this is a really weird, like, what is happening? I don't know what this experience was. And I kept reading that as like, oh, they didn't like it. Because it has like lowish, it's like mid ratings on Goodreads. Which I was like, okay, but I usually like books that have weird ratings because I think everyone else is wrong.
Word.
Yeah.
I feel that.
It's pretty standard. So I was like, okay. And then when I started listening to the book, I was like, okay, I understand what they're going for, what the author's saying here. I can't decide if this is about dehumanization or a commentary on how we treat animals. But then We got to the last 8
Yep.
minutes and I was pissed
Yep.
because I felt okay up until that point.
You felt okay?
It wasn't okay. So what I immediately did is I distanced myself from it and was just pretending like these were animals, like actual animals, no human. Because if you say this all with animals, this is what we do.
Correct.
And it's awful. And I hate that.
So you did the opposite of what
they
wanted you
to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
Because then I would have like actively thrown up at work.
Oh my God. I was close sometimes.
And I did, don't get me wrong, I did have to pause. There was like a couple times that I was just like, no. But I was able to like at least empathize with the main character to a degree because he was like going through it.
He was.
He was clearly
really was.
depressed. He had all of these problems. And then I realized, no. And so then I started questioning, when was this decision made? Was it when he got her? Was it like somewhere when he decided to copulate with her?
So
When did he make the decision to treat her the way that he was judging everyone else for treating humans?
my guess was that it was after she became pregnant.
Sure.
I think that he needed a sexual outlet that was different than the very cold woman who was just like line
Not
face
even
emoji.
a body.
Yeah. And he did that. And then she was nice about it because she doesn't know how not to be because she's
just learning
a head of cattle,
from,
essentially.
yeah. That part got me. I was like, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
What are they? They're supposed to be this,
Yeah.
but they're not because they're human. But they're not because they're.
Yeah. So I assume that then she became pregnant and then he was like,
Yeah.
that's my baby.
I think that his dad dying
Oh.
broke him
I agree with that.
because up to the point of his dad dying, he's like, I have to figure out a way to get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, I have to, like, she has a brand on her forehead that says she's cattle, and people can't know that. So we have to, like, bounce.
I guess that's true.
So that he can say, like, he can take the kid places, but say, oh, like, his mom died, but she's, like, chilling at the house.
Sure.
And then I think it's his dad. To me, it was when his dad died that he, like, truly, like, emotionally broke. And then because then he lost his son, he lost his wife, he lost his dad. His wife comes back into the picture. And I think, like, him losing his dad was like, I can't actually lose my wife.
Yeah.
I lost her, like, emotionally. She's estranged, but I need to, like, get her back because I can't lose her for real.
Yeah. Have another loss would.
Yeah. And so I think, to me, that was when it, like, shifted in his
Yeah.
brain to, like, this is how I'm going to get her back.
Okay. I could see
That's
that.
fair.
My, because I actually had to write down my thoughts because I was like, just lots of screaming.
Yeah. Keyboard smash
Oh
was
my
my
God.
notes. That's it.
Because I wondered, was this in the moment he was realizing something bad was happening, but if he made it out, then he was going to keep it, kind of thing. Like, it was in the moment where you're like, adrenaline's going and everything kind of makes you decide to do the terrible thing, just to preserve what good you do have.
Yeah.
Or if it was a long-term plan that he was just like kind of processing all of the terrible things around him, but the whole time he was also just equally terrible.
Yeah.
I couldn't decide if that was what happened.
Yeah. I don't think he was equally terrible the whole time.
Because so there's a part where they the wealthy hunt people
Yeah.
for fun.
It's to settle it's like people who are rich and famous, if they get into debt, they can like pay off their debt.
I was thinking of Bruno Mars the whole time. What? Because he went into debt hardcore.
Oh.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
and then,
so he's going to be one that got shot.
Die with a smile with
Lady Gaga.
He like tweeted, he was like, thanks Lady Gaga, you got me out of debt.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
Word.
Because then he came out with that, and then Apate, and then the one with, what's her name? Some female rapper. Sexy Red, I think, and they all three of them came out at like the same time.
Nice.
And they all like appeared in the last song's music video, every single one of them.
Nice.
And I was like, this is just to get Bruno out of debt. And
Good
he
for
was
him.
like, yeah.
I love that for
Yeah,
him.
so if you are rich and famous and are in debt, you can give yourself up to be hunted for a certain amount of time.
3 days.
Well, it's 3 days to one. It said like
To,
depending
like,
on to
yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
Or something to like, depending on how big your debt is.
Mm-hmm.
If you make it without being killed, your debts can be forgiven because the wealthy people will pay it off. But if you get caught, we eat you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this guy only had 6 hours left and he got killed.
Yep.
And we find out so much more awful things.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't a real sentence.
It's okay.
So many more.
Just-
many more things that are awful.
Everything that you can imagine being terrible in a society just compounded into one
Yep.
section of the book.
Yep.
Because it was already bad. We were already in a terrible place because we're like, the world literally collapsed on itself and everyone's
Mhm.
pretending like it didn't.
Yep.
Got it. And then you learn, they're still doing the like terrible stuff, but to a whole other level because
Yep.
a lot of stuff that wasn't legal is now legal.
Yep.
And they
Or still isn't. And
They
it's
just
And they
don't-
just do
they
it
just
anyway.
do it anyway. Like the amount of like it's continued terrible treatment of women,
Yeah.
but like
Yep.
even in a higher way of
Yeah.
awful.
I kept thinking about Jezebel's in The Handmaid's Tale.
Mm-hmm.
And how it's like essentially just like a whorehouse for the that was an inappropriate word to use. A brothel
Sure. Yeah.
for the rich white guys
Yeah.
to go get their rocks off and then mistreat women, hit them, throw them around the
Abuse
room,
them,
abuse
yeah.
them.
Yep.
Except for this time, they get to do all that and then
And
they
then
get to eat them.
Yep. Yeah.
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 So.
I kept
Disgusting.
thinking of Squid Game. Like,
Yeah.
a lot.
Oh, for sure.
Like every time I was like,
Yep.
This is just a constant thing that's happening in our like pop culture references.
Yep.
And then, so that's why I was also confused by the reactions online. I was like, what do you mean? This stuff is like everywhere. This
Yeah.
is a thing that could definitely happen.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it would be so easy, especially with everything that is currently going on.
Well, yeah.
I was like, the next step is to just make them not human.
No, I mean, that's the thing. That was like the vibe because Drake was like, is this like a pro-veganism book? And I was like, okay, here's what I got from it.
Yeah.
I think that if the point was to make it, we in our life now shouldn't be eating meat because that's what we do to animals, it wasn't well done, in my personal
Yeah.
opinion, because you had to take out the vocal cords
Right.
because these are thinking human beings. And you had to, we don't have to do that to animals.
Right.
You know, that is different. And I think that we absolutely can be talking about the mistreatment of animals while also understanding that like eating meat is okay. Like that is just part of the circle of life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that like good meat raising practices are necessary, you know? But also the other thing that just really was like, you can't even look me in the face and tell me that this is how we treat them because like there were females who they would get their arms and legs chopped off if they were breeding females
Yeah, full bone tomahawk.
because they would induce abortions
Yeah.
to get their children away from this. Like, we don't do that to animals because they don't know what an abortion is, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so I think that, so I said no. I didn't think that this was about, I think that you can take away some of like, if we treat animals that badly, that is bad. But I think what I got away from it was like the relative ease of humanity to other people.
Yeah.
You know, to the like the scavengers were not treated as people.
No.
Like by anybody. You know, the secretary was like, ugh, scavengers, you know, like they were vultures, like actual bird vultures. And, you know, the people that were raised to be eaten, you know, you breed human people and then we have to rip out their vocal cords.
Yeah, and like Jasmine is 20.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's first generation pure, which means she's the first of the babies born to be raised to slaughter. So her mom was a human woman with a name and presumably eaten.
Probably. Yeah, I assume so.
So like, yeah, it's how it's like 20 years is not that long.
No.
And just going from we can't eat animals anymore, okay, let's eat humans, to like stealing humans from their lives, ripping out their vocal cords. Like that's so fast to jump to that conclusion.
Yeah.
But like that's what made it so believably like realistic.
Yeah.
Because we would do something like that.
That's the thing is like, I think that I don't think that everyone would be doing this. Like in this world, there is like a resistance movement, you know, like it wasn't in this book, but like for sure.
I'm sure somewhere though, there was someone being like,
well, they did mention the vegans and the vegans were like
there were
outspoken.
Vegans.
It's true. They did mention that.
But
it wasn't like PETA now.
No. Well, PETA sucks.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like they put up a fight.
Yeah.
And at least some sort of a fight.
You know, people mentioned vegans as like a social faux pas kind of, you know, just like, oh, are you one of those vegans? Like, oh God. Kind of like how people talk about vegans now. Right now. But yeah, like, you know, I think especially with like all the crazy that is going on in the world right now, like seeing people kind of rise up feels good. I think that would we get to this point, there would be more resistance. However, were those resisting people now meat? You know? Like, we don't know what happened.
Right. Which I could, that
anyway,
would be
that was a very depressing thought. But I would like to think that we would put up a bigger fight.
That's the hope that I didn't have. I was like, I bet that the people that were against them got silenced real quick, which shut up everyone else, because now you can eat them.
Yep.
It's not just like, oh, I can disappear someone. And they use that phrase.
Yep.
It was used in the book. And I know it's translated from Spanish, but whoever translated it was like, I'm going to use exactly this word because they use it now. I was looking into just a little bit of more information on the book, and someone describes it in like the most perfect way possible. They said it is using the metaphor of literal state-sponsored cannibalism to describe the horrors of capitalism and how ignoring the savagery of our current system leads to more viciousness.
Yeah.
And I was like,
exactly. That.
This is a political statement. Like,
for sure.
This book is just a really strong political statement. And I think anyone who didn't understand it and hated it was just like, you're not getting it.
Well, and that's what I said. You know, before I left, I was telling, you know, Matthew and Daniel, I was like, I'm going to go talk about a very heavy book. But I was like, it wasn't bad. It's not a bad book.
It was really well handled.
Well written. It was done very well. It just is not for the faint of heart.
It was unnerving beyond anything that we
Yes.
have read so far on this podcast.
For sure.
I thought we did pretty well with the unnerving parts of the last October book. I'm not remembering what it's called.
Talk
Yes.
to me.
But I think because they were so short and so
Well,
clearly folktale-y,
and that's the thing.
This was
they're
not.
very folktale. This is very like current capitalism is the bad guy.
this is giving me Handmaid's Tale, Brave New World, all of my favorite dystopian novels, but like in the worst light possible.
And like, I think it's so important that this is in our world.
Yeah.
This isn't in.
There's not magic.
There's no magic, and we
I need
mention
more magic.
we mention like countries and states and cities
yeah.
from our world. So it's not even like you can't even imagine that this is some fairy tale place that maybe it just doesn't have magic.
Right.
This is our world. This is just our dystopian future.
That's true, because like with Brave New World, it is, I think, an unnamed place, but that's been like
I haven't read that one.
decades since I've read it, so I can't remember. I read it when I was a freshman in high school.
Word.
Wow.
Good for you.
Koi's a freshman in high school.
Oh my God.
I
Don't
know.
say that. Don't say that.
No. In 4 years, they'll be the age I was when I had them. I
No,
would have died.
don't say that.
Anyway, go back to another sad topic.
So I thought that this book was going to go in the way of, and I don't endorse this book, but I thought that maybe the plot would be somewhat similar in the end. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Oh my God.
I didn't read Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
That
No.
book kills me. Well, it wasn't the book. Okay, I read the book, but it's been so long that I can like ignore the book. But the movie makes me cry.
It's very sad.
It makes me bawl
it's just
so hard.
The book makes it seem like, oh, we're sad that the not Jewish boy dies.
Yeah,
Instead
yeah.
of all of these Jewish people. are
Right,
dying.
right.
Yeah.
And so it's just
It's kind of
like,
tokenism.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely did not handle it the way that made more sense. It went for like sympathizing with these people that weren't so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
yes.
like,
So
Noted.
I thought it was going to be the Boy in the Striped Pajamas, the white man, and his child gets taken to a gas chamber.
yeah.
Okay.
Because he gets under the fence into the concentration camp.
Because he's been playing with
He's
the
been
little
playing with
Jewish
the
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
And so the not Jewish boy gets killed along with all of the Jewish people.
Sure.
And then his parents are sad. So I thought that this was going to go in like she's going to get out of the house with the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a brand on her forehead. So they're going to take her and the baby
Gotcha.
and slaughter them both.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's where my brain was going. And so that's
Sure.
why like at the end of the book, I was like, wait, what? Because I thought I fully expected there to be like another chunk of the book
Gotcha.
after
Okay.
it where like something was going to happen to her from the outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see
Okay.
your point.
That's fair.
I knew that like when we started to actually get into like him bringing Cecilia on board,
Mm-hmm.
that's when
Yeah.
I was like, she's not gonna be alive after this.
Yeah.
Because then I think the statement that they made after she was born or after the baby was born was that they ignored her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's when I was like, God, no.
And she was reaching for the
for
baby.
the baby,
Yep.
and I was like, he's there.
Yep.
Nope, she's not gonna survive this. And then when they did it, I was still in such anger
Word.
and like frustration because I was like, I felt like so bad for this man.
Yeah.
And it did kind of just happen. It was like he was looking at the baby and looking at Cecilia, and then it was just like, and I grabbed the club and hit her on the forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It
It
was
was-
like you didn't hear his, because it's not told in first person.
No.
So you don't have his inner thoughts. And so there's not like I'm making a decision now.
Yeah.
It's just
He just does
picked
it.
it up and did it.
Yeah.
I think so. I didn't know. I didn't even have a guess. I wasn't even trying to guess when the ending began,
Sure.
like what we were going to do. Like I knew that it wasn't going to end well for her,
Sure.
and I assumed that she was going to die, but I didn't know if she was going to die in childbirth or how. But from the beginning, when he started to like have like softer thoughts towards Jasmine, I was like, oh no. Yeah. You are going to be just as bad.
Yep.
You are going to end up just as bad, and you're going to try to lull me into a false sense of security about this. But I just know.
Yeah.
And then, right at that end, just knocks her out.
Yep.
Rude.
Yep.
What a rude man.
They mentioned the other man who, when he was an inspector, he shows up to inspect a domestic head, as they're called.
Yep.
And the wife is like, no, you can't come in. My husband's not home. You have to come back later. And he's like, nope, I got to do it now. And he finds the head in a box under the bed.
Yeah, functionally a coffin.
Yes.
It's just like small enough for the body.
And the lady says, oh yeah, my husband rolls her out at night, enjoys her, and then rolls her back under.
Yep.
She doesn't get to move. She doesn't get to stretch.
Yep.
And then that's essentially what he did to Jasmine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he ties her
his
up.
Wife, and his wife is like fully on board with like, oh, we should tie her up.
Yeah.
Because she can give us more kids. But he had already knocked her
Yeah,
out.
that part also solidified the anger even
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, she feels bad. No, she
No,
didn't
I know.
feel bad.
I did the exact same thing because he like knocks her over the head, and she is like astonished, as I am.
Right.
And she is like, oh my goodness, why did you do that? Like I am. And then she's like, we could have used her for more babies. And I was like, wait.
I was like,
No.
That's not right. And the whole time after she kind of gets over the shock of this head being pregnant with her husband's baby, she like coaches Jasmine through labor.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're doing so good, sweetie, and like using like very like endearing terms towards
Yeah,
her.
that's
she
right.
was she was so kind and soft to her
Yes.
during the entire birth.
And then it was all just a means to an end, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, and I don't even know. I think, and this is, I don't know if this is right or not. I think that she was just being genuine and soft and kind.
Her nursing kicked
because she's a
in.
nurse.
Yeah.
And she didn't even think about the fact that it is dehumanizing to just keep this person to make another baby. You know,
To be
she
a handmaid
just
that
thinks
can't
exactly.
speak or communicate in any way.
No.
Because they have not been introduced to language,
No.
written or verbal. their
Exactly.
entire
She
life.
she just fully is like she doesn't think that it's hypocritical, you know.
Yeah.
To me, how I read it, you know, I didn't think that she thought she was being hypocritical at all. She just
Yeah.
is like, yeah, oh my God, absolutely. Let's get this baby out. Let's get this baby out. And then, you know, she would turn around and just, you know, send her husband to go impregnate her and keep her under a bed and not let her get up and move, you know,
Wild.
because of the severe dehumanization that we have just accepted as normal in this universe.
Yeah. I actually wrote down, so think I started reading like 3 hours, at a 3 hour to the end mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started my shift, and I wrote down, he's losing his mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, because he's probably the sanest person in this book.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
at the end I said, haha, JK.
Yeah.
I was very angry. I don't know if you can understand how angry I was.
Yeah.
Like, I just couldn't stop screaming in my head. And I was like, I have to pretend to be sane right now. I'm at work.
Oh, I was reading three this was the creepiest. This was the creepiest, heaviest book.
Yeah,
But I was also listening to Plain Bad Heroines, which
such a good book.
is a really good book. When I wrote my review in one of my many book apps, I wrote, I don't usually use the word delicious for things that aren't food, but this was. But it was so heavy
Yeah.
also and just creepy and mystical and 19 hours long. And then
Yeah, that
it was
one's
a
long
long.
one.
And then I was listening to this thriller that was called The Whisper Man, And it was just about like a dude who like lures young boys away from their families because he was abused as a child. So he's like, I'll be a good parent, but then he ends up getting pissed off at the children and then kills them.
Wow.
Anyway, I accidentally was reading all of those at the same time. So my mental health has been in a very weird place this week.
You should read something fuzzy.
I am reading the last of the Bridgerton books.
Good.
And
Good for you.
a fluffy thriller from someone who I have read many thriller books from before, and I know the type of thriller book that he writes.
I also am reading a lot of fantasy fluff romance
Good
books
for you.
right now.
Good for you.
I need pretend happiness.
Yeah. Well, and I picked up the other thriller that I was listening to. I just picked it up because Christopher Eccleston was the narrator. And I was like, well, yeah, I love Christopher Eccleston. And he wasn't even, I love you, Chris. He wasn't even that good of a narrator. No, he just doesn't do voices or anything, but he's just talking. I had such fun, but it was really creepy.
I believe that.
And there was no end because it was that. And then I'm watching a playthrough of BioShock, which is also a lot.
My dude.
I know, but it's okay. I have a thriller from Alex Finlay who just writes the normal fluff thrillers that I need. And I'm listening to the last of the Bridgerton series, and those will heal me.
There is a book that I was reading at about the same time, and I remember being like really upset with the like male character, the male protagonist, because something happened that made them not a great character anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, this is not
Can't do this again.
This is not the type of book I need right now. Reality sucks. Give me a fake happy husband.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I don't care. No, it's not. It's too much.
It was a lot.
So what are we reading next month?
Oh yeah,
So
you have that?
next month, the release date is November 25th. We will be reading...
Dang.
I know.
How are we there already?
I know, it doesn't make sense. We're going to be reading The Farming of Bones.
No.
Great.
That sounds awful.
So, The Farming of Bones actually refers to the crop
Uprising?
growing,
Oh.
like the farming of sugarcane.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, the title sounds bad,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and the book is probably bad.
Oh God. Listen, the one for December that I picked is not. It's not a happy,
We're so
but
bad at this.
but it's not a depressing. It's just kind of a weird.
Okay.
As long as I can
like
do.
not cannibalism weird.
No, it's definitely there's no cannibalism. It's nonfiction.
I promise I won't grab a cannibalism book after this.
I swear to God, Tia.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, The Farming of Bones, it sounds bad, but, like, when you know that the title is just because of the growing of sugarcane, it's like, okay, that makes the title not sound so bad. But
then you think about...
it's also about the Parsley Massacre in Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
At least I'll have some historical context to look up.
yeah.
I think that, though, we can say nothing probably is going to be as heavy as this one.
I
think it
feel
would
like
be
that's probably
really,
fair.
really hard for something to be as heavy as this.
Yeah, whether we are in a mentally okay place to digest it
Uh-huh.
is
We'll
a
see.
different story, because, like, we can't forget about The Unbearable Lightness of Being.
God.
Yeah, okay, but
But that was a
That
very
was-
different kind of heavy.
It was a
It was
very
a
different
very
kind of heavy,
different kind of
and
heavy.
we were all in terrible mental
yeah,
places.
it's true.
You know what I did
It
find
was
interesting
rough.
about the translation for this is that the title technically translates to Exquisite Corpse,
Oh,
but
what?
they didn't use that title, and I want to know why. Because I understand that an exquisite corpse is an art like thing here, but I don't know why they wouldn't just
Huh.
keep that title. So I'm curious.
Interesting.
I prefer The Farming of Bones.
No, wait.
No,
No,
for the one that
Tender
I
is
just
the
read.
flesh.
Oh. Oh. I was like, well, I mean, bones, flesh.
Yeah, I get it.
I got you. It's
It-
all related.
Yeah.
We're all awful.
None of those things are involved in the one that I have for December. I promise.
Fantastic.
Slay.
No.
No! Riot.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
Here's some marijuana.
This podcast was brought to you in part by KCUN.
Yeah, we could say that.
Please tell me you recorded that.
89.3 FM, KCUN.
Perfect.